One.
Good evening, class. This is Mr. Edwards, your instructor for the educational psychology class. Wanted to come in and give you a brief update on the class. I'll be doing videos like this on a weekly basis and pretty much publish them on Sunday night. I'm sorry, not publish them, but make them available on Sunday night for you to get just an update of where we are as a class. Again, just to let you know, we've got roughly 5 weeks of class left, and we have quite a bit of work to get through. So I wanted to let you know, first off, what I'm seeing in terms of the chapter reviews. You all see what's in and what's not here. 10 out of 17 chapter 1, 10 out of 17 chapter 2, 9 out of 17 chapter 3. Now, before you scream at the screen, I do understand that the bookstore is out of your books. So please communicate with me. Let me know where you are with that. Um, I can look and see who's got the books in, and just assume that those individuals who have it in are the ones that have their book. Well, I don't want to assume that. I want to hear from you. I need to get some sort of communication from you, and just to let me know where you are in terms of getting the book, either from the bookstore or another source. And also, I will work with you to get you through the course, regardless to what's going on. Please hang in there. That way, you can get through the course. Also get through the course in a way that preserves the integrity and the rigor of the course. So, my example, you all have asked about my example. When I post that, I wanted to see what your example looked like first. So that way, I'll post that tomorrow. That way, you'll see an example of what strong work looks like for those chapter reviews. Um, you see here the discussion/reflection question is listed here under the coursework section. Well, um, you'll actually answer those on the discussion forum only. Okay, so please, your discussion/reflection question will be posted every Friday, and you'll answer those on the discussion forum only. Please answer them on the discussion forum only. Under the discussion forum question, I'm sorry, under the discussion/reflection question for the week, it will be listed there. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. Okay, so please make sure you put them in the right place. All right, and please to check the discussion forum on a regular basis for the class. Just notes for the class, or tidbits about the class, or articles that I'll post to help you with the class or to help you with the subject matter. Please make sure that you check those on check that section of the class online on the coursework portal, or the campus connection portal. I'm sorry, that's what it's called. Check that on a regular basis. Also, check your emails on a regular basis, because I send emails. I send a number of emails throughout the week, just to make sure that people are able to stay up on top of things, and that there's a lot of communication from me. Again, I've given you the note about the discussion/reflection questions. Oh, just to be specific, you get, for the reflection question, you get 3 points for your typewritten response of 3 to 5 sentences. That's not asking for much. But you also get 2 additional points when you give feedback to 2 other students. Okay, you need to give feedback to one another, because I'm trying to model the practice of collaboration and being open to receive feedback, because feedback is going to be huge for you as a teacher as you start your career. Feedback is going to be huge. You should want feedback. You should want honest feedback about what is observed in your classroom. There's nothing worse than having a teacher that refuses to accept feedback, even if it's constructive feedback. And because none of us are perfect teachers. I don't care if if you've been teaching 37 years, you're still not a perfect teacher. So there's no such thing. There's always area for growth. And so as I close, I want to give you all 2 tidbits for your own awareness. As you grow in as you enter this field of education, it is important for you to understand the value of being a learning practitioner. Okay. Being a learning practitioner basically means that you're open for growth and you continue to learn and you continue to grow, which means you're also humble enough to look at certain things that are a part of your practice and say, wow, I blew it. I haven't really been doing that the best. There's a better way to do this. And so I'm willing to give up that practice for a better practice. Okay. As we talk about practices and as we talk about strategies, another thing for you to be aware of is what are known as evidence-based teaching strategies, or what we also call best practices in teaching. There's a certain set of best practices. They might be called one thing this year, they might be called something else 2 to 3 years down the line, but they are still the same core set of best practices in teaching that all of us need to be aware of as educators. Your book goes into a lot of those best practices, and I hope that you're making note of those. So I'm going to end this video now, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this week that you have a good holiday and that you celebrate the right way. Also, recognize the contributions that our African American ancestors have made to the independence of this nation. I hope you had the opportunity to celebrate Juneteenth as well. So we do have a right and a reason to celebrate the 4th of July. Some people claim that we don't. I disagree. But celebrate it with the right perspective, with the understanding that our people have made just as much of a contribution to the independence of this nation. And then even more so, because while we were making a contribution to the independence of this nation turned its back on our ancestors and forced them into years of chattel slavery. So even more so, a reason why we deserve the opportunity to celebrate the independence of this nation, because of the, and if we refuse to do so, we dishonor the memory of our ancestors that fought to get us where we are now. So just keep that in mind, and then have fun, but you still have a couple of chapter reviews due this week. So you don't have 3, you only have 2. So please make sure you get those in. Again, if you're having any issues, send me an email. Okay. Let me know what's going on with you. As you communicate with me, I'll work with you as best as I can to help get you through this class. I'm not promising any grades. I'm only an accountant. I take down the points based on what you turn in and the quality of work that you turn in. So it's all on you. It's all on your effort. I'm very thorough in terms of what my expectations are for the assignments. But if you're ever unclear, please make sure that you ask questions. Okay, send emails, ask questions. Don't feel bad about that. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I've taken enough of your time. I will post this video on the discussion forum, and you can watch it over and over again just to make sure you're clear on things. Again, this is another way that I can communicate with you. Again, feel free to ask me questions through the mechanism of the email. So talk to you later, folks. Have a great week. Be safe and take care of yourselves and each other. Peace. Bye.